Hello, hello, hello to all of you that are in here. Whew, first of all, let me say, for me watching my first presidential debate, woo, Lord, man. Wow, wow, wow. This was pretty different. Lethal, I am not near my phone right now. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Man, guys, I was sitting here writing notes, taking notes and all this of what was being said, what was not being said. First of all, oh man, let me just say this. For starters, I want to say that honestly, I would say Joe Biden, the way that he was cognitively, I was actually like, okay, he's kind of with it, even though there was some things in there that was kind of like, wait a minute, wait, what? But as far as like being with it, like some of the videos y'all showed me in the past, I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad that none of that showed up with him today. I'm serious. I'm being like, y'all know how I am. I'm completely unbiased. I'm just saying the way Joe Biden was cognitively in this particular debate was pretty good. Good night. Let me check this Instagram real quick. But man, first, this seemed like I was at a thing where, like, sometimes in conferences we go to within church, when people are actually having a differences about a certain thing. Look here. This was fascinating. This reminded me of being at church, and it reminded me of whenever somebody's believing one way and another person believing one way, and all the church people come together for a person that believes in a certain thing that's been told to the church. I'm just gonna give y'all an example, but I'm not gonna get into it. Ones that believe in the end of the world and ones that don't believe in the end of the world. And then we sit there and we have this debate and we go through scripture stating which one. But let me just tell y'all this before we get into this. Please, because we're going to be heavily moderating this. You can state your agreement or your disagreement, but do me a favor. Let's not do, I'm just asking y'all, let's not do what a lot of other people do in certain conversations, because I've heard it all before and I just don't want it done here. And that's simply this. Let's not roll with all this name calling. Donald Trump is an a-hole. Donald Trump is a this. Donald Trump is a that. Vice versa. Let's not go with Joe Biden is a this. Joe Biden is an a-hole. He's a sleepy Joe. I'm just telling y'all. Can we not do that? All I want to know, whatever it is that you have to say about either side, just state that right there, okay? Just state what you want to state about what one side did. If somebody lied, they did. If this person told the truth, they did. Whatever. Let's do it that way. I don't want to get into this whole thing. Oh, stupid old mother effing this. He said this. Oh, dumb A Joe. He said this. Oh, that douchebag Donald Trump said, look, if you do that, I already have it in here, and my moderators are going to be looking to that, okay? State your piece, state your agreement or your disagreement in it, and then let's just roll with it, okay? First of all, I'm going to tell y'all what I thought about the whole debate overall, and I'm just being flat out honest. I'm unbiased. I felt that through this debate, I felt that Donald Trump was heavily interruptive. He was. Donald Trump was very, very disruptive in this debate. He was over talking the moderator. He was over talking Joe Biden at times. When I'm being real honest. The type of person I am, look, hey, wait, shut up. I really want to hear what Joe Biden had to say, because in my opinion, some of the things in here, I'm gonna go back and watch this debate over again. I don't think that Joe Biden actually got a chance to answer the question. At the same time, I think, from my opinion, that would have played in Donald Trump's favor, because some of the things that Joe Biden was trying to answer, I didn't get no answer from him. The few things that Joe Biden was able to kind of get an answer in on, it never was anything that was clear. I'm not saying all his questions was, but I'm saying majority of it was. Majority of the ones that Joe Biden was able to actually get an answer in without Donald Trump interrupting him, I felt like he just kept on. He'll say, "Oh, what do I feel about?" I'm just giving you all example. This is not what was said. I'm just giving you all example. If the man said, "Okay, Joe Biden, what do you think about the dangers of using Cash App?" Well, the dangers of using Cash App. Look. Here's the thing. When it all comes down to it, Cash App is a means of American people getting money. And you know, this president, he don't want anybody to have money. What we need to do, we need to come together as American. We need to stick together. I'm like, wait a minute, you're not answering the question about the Cash App thing, though. You going on to how Cash App and how we need money and come together as Americans, and we need to no. I want you to answer the question about the Cash App. So I think that in doing so, by Donald Trump interrupting so much, that I didn't get a chance to actually hear what Joe Biden was going to say. Because again, if you are lying or you don't know what you're talking about, let the person dig their own hole. That's the way I looked at it. But I know Trump was just firing off. And I mean, don't get me wrong, even if what Trump was saying was what a lot of people wanted to hear, like, no, Donald Trump was sick and tired of fake news, and this way news can't be fake. The debate is right there, and Donald Trump just probably felt like, I got to get all this out towards him like this because what the news been doing to me and how they been portraying me. You know, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I wrote it down. There was a question in there about the white supremacy thing, and I don't think Donald Trump answered that. I mean, he did say, "Well, whoever it is that you want me to announce, call him out. Tell me who it is." You know, and I don't know if he ever even really got to that. You know, because it kept on being so many different things, so many interruptions going on. I don't think he really got to that because I was waiting, like, okay, I was waiting for Donald Trump to say anybody if Donald Trump would have been like, listen, anyone that is a white supremacist is pure evil. We don't like them. We don't support them. We don't want anything like that in our country. They all need to go. They need to go. I mean, I was waiting on him to say something like that. But I don't know if things got twisted with the moderator saying something that kind of threw the train of thought off, whatever the case may be. But I was waiting for him to actually just boom, like knock that one out of the park. And but again, I felt that once Donald Trump, I just felt that in this particular thing right here, I would have loved to be the moderator. I would have been about Trump. I mean, I know it wouldn't have been like the politically or the more purely way to conduct yourself. But I'm like, Trump, shut up. Hey, dude, shut up. Hey, Trump, shut up for a minute. Shut up. Seriously, shut up right now. Joe Biden, go ahead. Trump, shut up. I mean, I would have just, and then at the same time, the moderator himself, he was kind of being a little biased, though. He was kind of being a little biased. And guys, I've been in from public speaking, talking with folks, having like these back and forth constructive conversations you want to have. You call them debates all you want. Well, we can call them a debate. I do notice that whenever it is somebody is asking me a question, if it's me and another religious icon or something like that, and having a differences on something, I do notice how sometimes a question is loaded in a certain way to where you ask one party the question and then you leave the other one with it. So for instance, he would ask Donald Trump a question and then Joe Biden is able to answer the question. But then I would like it to where they would be able to rebuttal. Donald Trump was like, boom, 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 boom. And then he'd say, answer it, Joe, answer it, Joe. Man, come on, man, you're a clown. I mean, it's like, wait, are you going to answer it though? That's some things I was just kind of looking at this whole part of. And then there's like I would say again that even though I forget I think the guy name was Wallace. I felt that Wallace was, I'm just being real, Wallace probably was a little, I don't know, weak, so to speak, as far as trying to handle Trump, because come on, wait, look. Donald Trump. I would have kept doing it until Donald Trump looked at me and stopped talking. Be quiet while I give him his 2 minutes. Biden, go. I mean, that's what I would have done. But I mean, I know Trump was trying to get more stuff off, and I just felt that Trump was Trump was debating two people. Donald Trump was debating the moderator and he was debating Joe Biden. I'm like, hey, I'm serious. I'm just saying, the fact that I know Donald Trump was going to come with his stuff, I wanted to hear what Joe Biden wanted to say, because I felt that whatever it is Joe Biden was going to be saying with the question that was being asked to him, I really wanted to see what he was going to come up with. And I can say that it sounded like with a lot of the things that was being said in here, there really was not a straightforward answer as to what his plan was as far as what was going to be done. You know what I mean? Like I honestly felt that the important questions that was being asked tonight, I think to me, in my opinion, I don't care. We need to make it would be cool if we can all devote as Americans, people, and all that to say we can let the debate go on for 2 hours because I felt like some of these questions were too important to only get like a 2-minute thing. And I thought I mean, I guess like the debates that I'm used to being in, like we had debate, like homework hang out after school program we came in. We actually had a little debate club where we learned how to talk. But my point is, it was always like some sort of time for somebody to rebuttal. And I know y'all say Donald Trump was, I'm just being real. Donald Trump was forcing his rebuttals. And I know he was just trying to get in over talking to moderator, but it's like, that's what I want to hear. Donald Trump say something. Boom. Okay, what do you have to say on this, Joe Biden? Boom. What do you got to say back on that, Donald Trump? Boom. What do you got to say back on that, Joe Biden? Boom. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next thing. But the dude asked him a question. Boom. He asked him a question. Boom. I want to move on to my next topic. It's like, no, wait a minute. No, I want to hear I want to hear this back and forth thing. Because when Trump was calling him out on some things, I was waiting for Joe Biden to, but I'm just being real with y'all. From watching that, Joe Biden was doing like a see, yeah, this dude is a clown, man. I mean, if you know, but then I also felt that in some of his talking, especially when I felt that Joe Biden tried to divert from whenever Donald Trump was talking about his son Hunter. Donald Trump was saying how, your son Hunter with the Ukraine, and it seemed like Joe Biden tried to divert from that by saying, my son served in the military. He got the bronze medal. And then Donald Trump was like, I'm not talking about him. I don't even know him. I'm talking about Hunter. And then it was like, wait a minute. Okay, now he's talking about Hunter. Well, I want to know. And he was, get out of here. I'm like, oh, come on, man. I just wanted to know. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to actually know. And another thing is, too, I really kind of struck a little bit of wait a minute now, that Joe Biden actually said that Antifa is an idea. I'm like, Antifa? I mean, look, guys, we all seen different videos from the Tatum Report or whatever like that. You're saying Antifa is an idea. Antifa is out there in the flesh saying that they are Antifa. So that really kind of struck like, okay, this is really crazy. Now I know that we got a thing where we say, politicians, they lie, whatever. But I know, look, I've only recently gotten into this stuff for the past 6 some odd months. Okay. But it's so amazing that I go and I research this stuff. I see the videos, I see the transcripts, I see the stuff and read it for myself. Okay. And then for him to get up there and just boom. Now, I also got to say this now, Donald Trump, when asked about the $750, I'm just being real. It seemed like Donald Trump didn't answer that straight. Like if y'all ask me right now, Ty, did you pay? I mean, I'm just telling y'all right now, it ain't never really nobody's business, but my stuff went down lower. But by the time this year was over with, I was on almost $10,000 in taxes. Okay. So, but it's because if you have all these different businesses, X, Y, and Z, then you owe it. Okay. So my point is, if somebody said to me, did you only pay X, Y, and Z in taxes? I'd have been like, yeah. And then and then I'm just saying, I know for a fact that I have mentors who are wealthy, and I know that amongst the wealthy, they got certain loopholes that they can jump through. So my thing is this: if Donald Trump pays $750 in taxes, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I'm not that educated in that area yet. I just know that in my experience, the IRS is not. I don't think they are. Y'all probably know this better than I do. I might call the accountant who worked for the IRS, a dear friend of mine, Joe. I might ask him, are y'all biased when it comes to rich people? Because I know the IRS, I'm thinking the IRS don't care who you are. And if he pays $750 in taxes and the IRS is not, if the IRS is not coming after him for any type of fraudulent, then I'll just be me personally. I'd be like, okay, well, can you tell me how you was able to pay $750 in taxes when I got more than $750 in taxes taken out of my check in 4 months? I mean, shoot, how did you do that? However you did that, please let me know, because I would love it to where the income level that I'm on and they say, Ty, we see that you only pay $50 in income taxes. Yeah, I did. Well, how'd you do that? Well, so you got these things called loopholes. And I mean, I don't know, guys. I'm just giving y'all my premature theory. I don't know if there's any type of fraudulent or any type of illegal stuff going on. I feel that if that's the case, then he might be called on it. But again, he said, Donald Trump, did you pay $750 in tax in 2016? Donald Trump said, I paid millions of dollars. I paid tens of millions of dollars. He's like, okay, but did you pay $750 in 2016? I paid millions. I was actually waiting for Donald Trump to be like, yeah, I only paid $750. I mean, that's what I was waiting on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Okay. Now, let's see. I mentioned in here that questions asked to Biden first was done in a way that once Trump hit on it, Biden could not rebuttal. So that's what I meant. Okay, so the guy would ask Biden a question, and Biden would say something. Then Donald Trump would be like, "No, you didn't, because you this, and this." And when he said that, Biden would just get quiet, and then the guy would move on. And at the same time, I did notice this too. Let's just say this. I'm giving guys, listen to me. I'm just giving you an example. This is not what was said in the debate. Disclaimer. This is not what was said in the debate. I'm just giving you an example of what I'm telling y'all that I saw. So let's just say if the moderator said that Joe Biden, did you eat some vanilla ice cream? And whatever this vanilla ice cream was, it inorganic ice cream? Joe Biden would say it's spelled, well, it wasn't inorganic ice cream because I got it from the Prairie Farms and da 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 da. Then Donald Trump would say, no, the ice cream that you ate was actually, it was inorganic because Prairie Farms, they actually do X, Y, and Z, and they don't put this in there. And their cows are not grass fed. Their cows are genetically modified, eating food, and da 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 da. When he said that, I noticed that the moderator was sometimes like, okay, there go your 2 minutes. So here, my next question is, I was waiting like, wait a minute, no. He asked Joe Biden the question first. Joe Biden said something. Donald Trump called Joe Biden out on that. And I was waiting for him to be able to, Joe Biden, to say something like, but he would put his head down and just laugh sometimes, and the moderator would move on. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I noticed that whenever he would ask Donald Trump a question, and Donald Trump would just start firing off, and he would say something to Biden, I'm telling y'all, if you go back and watch it, I just noticed when he would say things like that, Joe Biden would just go and be like, he would say a little bit of something, but then he would always look at and this is really crazy. I'm just telling y'all, Donald Trump was looking at the guy when he was saying, like, Donald Trump was like, no, look, Donald Trump is looking at the guy that's asking the questions. And he would sometimes look at the camera like I'm looking at you guys. But I noticed that Joe Biden would say little things that he'd look right at the camera like he's trying to get to y'all, like I'm doing right now. He'd say, look, you guys, you're not able to sit across that dinner table from your family. And it's like, wait a minute. Oh, no, I know what you're doing. That's a slick little move. Now you're trying to play off the emotions and all that. You're trying to play off of the emotions and the feelings and all that of people. That's what you're trying to do. But you actually were very clever in diverting away from what you would have done or what you could have done when Donald Trump was calling you on saying that you would have killed 2 million people during COVID instead of 200,000. And when Donald Trump called you saying you don't want to try to keep the borders open when I closed them down. And when I had the borders open, y'all was calling me a racist and all this stuff like that. And now you want to turn around and say that because I didn't, that because of that, now I'm the reason why all this stuff happened. And when he did that, that's when the moderator went, okay, look, Trump, okay, no, you doing it. Trump's like, no, I need to answer this. And guys like, no, we're going to move on. That's one thing. This is my first debate, guys. I never experienced like really that right there. I was just waiting for, like, I'm like, no, I want to hear what he has to say. Like, it's like one of those things, like, when something like this happened in the church, when we have like these certain little debates over what we agree and disagree with as far as the world ending and different things like that. Afterwards, people get to come up to us and say, okay, Ty, now you said this, right? You said that X, Y, and Z, HIJKL and a P. And I'll be like, yeah, because QRS, TUV, that whatever. We don't get to do that. So I don't know if I don't know when the next debate going to be, but I'm asking you guys right now in this chat room right now. By the way, I'm getting ready to do a short commercial. If you are new to this channel, make sure you check out everything that my channel entails. The reaction videos, I know it's big on here. These, what I'm doing right now, my live videos. Make sure you check out my comedy videos. Check out my whole playlist, okay? When you go to my channel and you see my channel, click on the word playlist and look at all those different topics on there. Check it out. Also, 500 some people in here. Thank y'all for tuning in and want to actually listen to some of the things that I want to say. And if you would, to get this video circulated, this is my first time ever voting. This is my first debate I've ever watched. Give the video a thumbs up. It would allow the video to be circulated. It can put it into YouTube's algorithm so other folks that look just like me, who are black, who are not keen to this stuff, who actually probably had the same type of outlook that I did, who don't even watch it, who don't even care about voting, anything like that at all. I have a lot of people in a lot of states that I became very acquainted with folks from Florida to Kansas to Illinois to Missouri, that I'm well acquainted with a lot of folks that I lived in those places and became friendly with a lot of folks there. So some of them by you guys giving a thumbs up, this video can get circulated to where they're actually able to see it because they actually thought the same way that I did, as far as like, man, look, all I'm worried about is hustling. I'm worried about taking care of my family. I'm not trying to listen to these debates. I'm not trying to vote. This is my first year ever voting. So anyway, by giving a thumbs up, it allows the video to get circulated. So I appreciate the thumbs up if y'all did that. Okay, so, and again, let me read off something else I said right here. I said Biden seems to get off topic without answering the question. So again, I noticed that whenever the guy would ask Biden a question, they'll say something a little bit. Like right now, if y'all said to me, Ty, what do you think about saltini crackers? I'm like, no, saltini crackers is a food you eat. You know what? But here's the thing. The American people, they want to get a lot of crackers. You know, they want a lot of saltini crackers. And you know, when your child looks at you and they say, Mom, I want to, it's like, no, dude, you're not answering. I'm just saying, you're not answering the question. You will say a little bit about the question, but then you will move on to something completely different and say, look, whenever I had, you know, some cheese, I'm like, no, we're talking about the saltini cracker. So I just noticed that he was actually kind of getting away from that. Now, my next thing I wrote in here, I said Trump didn't directly answer the question about the taxes. And if he did answer the question, if y'all don't mind, 500 people in here. I guess one of y'all can answer this once this video is over with. If you don't mind putting this in the comment section, my question that I wrote down on here, and this is me asking people for real, about Trump taxes, what does that have to do with what he had or what he is as a president? Y'all know what I'm trying to say? Like, if Trump only pays $750 in taxes, I'm trying to figure out, I don't know, guys, what does that have to do with him being the president? Like, what does that have to do with anything that he's done for the United States or not done for the United States thus far? Like, is he ripping the United States off? I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm getting at. I'm really asking y'all that question. I know y'all gonna try to answer it here in the live stream. I am not going to be able to see it because the live stream is flying. But my question, if you can leave it in the comment section, is what is it that if Donald Trump, what's the significance of his taxes? What I don't understand. Like, what is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to prove? What is that supposed to do? Because I think one of you guys wrote me an email and told me that this is the same type of thing that came up in his this is the same type of thing that came up during the Hillary Clinton thing. They were talking about his taxes again. So I'm like, I'm just being honest with you. I'm like, isn't that like old news? I mean, isn't that what they did in the first debate with Hillary Clinton back when he was elected 2016? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out why. What does that bring? Why bring that up again? And why bring it up right now? I mean, didn't you have like all the 4 years that he was the president to call him out on that? But I'm like, why now? You know what I'm saying? So it just seemed like it's kind of like I'm just being real. I'm being unbiased. It just seemed like it's like a sleazy move. Like, what else can we try to get on him to try to, I don't know, because the taxes was already an issue apparently way back when, but why try to pull it up? So now I know if it ties him to, like, I don't know, like how they called out Joe Biden's son, Hunter. If it ties Donald Trump to like Ukraine or Russia, whatever like that, I don't know, Ukraine, Russia, China, whatever. If it ties Donald Trump to that, then I still want to know what is the significance of it. What is it going to mean as far as him being president? What can it do? Can that put him out of the presidency? Whatever. And again, if you're trying to answer me in this live chat, I cannot see anything you guys saying. I'm working on getting me a really good software system in here that's going to allow me to have a whole lot more freeway into being able to see a lot of things differently. And I'm going to let you guys know right now too, if you are new to this chat, make sure you try your best to not say anything harmful or wrong about them. I know people, I know feelings and all that. We can't call people names. I know that. No offense. That's not what I'm doing. My point is, I am literally trying to have a intellectual conversation with a bunch of people who I feel and think are going to be intellectual as well. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to you want to flat out start calling folks names and everything like that, people stop listening to you no more. And all it does is start a big, huge argument instead of actually staying on task with having an intellectual conversation. Okay, so there's a super chat that just popped up here. Let's see. Absolute Unit says real estate taxes are paid when you show a profit from selling your property. In the meantime, you can write off depreciation. I totally understand that. I totally get that. I totally get what you mean by that. But I just want to know, like, I'm just saying, if Trump pays $750 in taxes, I'm just being realistic, folks. Isn't he like a billionaire or something like that? And this is like, I don't know, maybe in the world of billionaires, this is nothing new to them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like the dude is a real estate freaking giant, and I'm pretty sure there are loopholes to this stuff. I don't know, but I do know it, man. However, he was. If it was crooked, I don't want nothing to do with it. But if it was legit and it was like a loophole, something that the rich people know how to do and get through, I want to know that secret. So I'm just saying. So let's see here. Okay, I wrote something else down here. Okay, yeah, I said Joe Biden seems to be avoiding Trump's direct questions to him. You know, Joe keeps saying that, yeah, like I said, Joe keeps saying, let's get together and fight this together and win this together. But he is not saying what it is that we're supposed to be fighting together, y'all. I'm telling you, I just don't get it. I don't know what. See, a lot of folks, you will sit here and you will say things like, well, Ty, see there, yeah, it is, you're being biased. I am completely not being biased. It's just that I have not been in this political world, but I do know for a fact, based on what I've seen tonight and based on what I've been studying, I know that there were I can look at this and honestly say that politics definitely was in church. I kid you not. Politics and the way that they do things was definitely in church. Laura Harvey, my sister, love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much for that super chat, sis. I thank you so much. And you and your family, your girls, y'all are constantly in my prayers, sis. Thank you so much for that, Laura. But I just noticed that, you know, whenever whenever you ask like certain ministers a question, like for instance, if I say things like, you know, how do I, you know, okay, I'm just giving you an example. If somebody came up to a minister and said, I'm just trying to really get through this, I'm facing depression, you know, I'm really praying hard, you know, what can I do? And they say, well, you know what, you got to give it your all. You got to give it your best. You got to give it the best that you ever had. What are you talking about? What do you mean give my best? What exactly is giving my best? What actually is doing all I can do? What is the doing? What does the doing consist of? So when you say things like, no, we all need to come together, like when you say come together, as in what? We all need to come together and fight together, and we all need to pick each other up and what are you talking about? What do you come together to what? Or come together for what? To do what? With the intentions of accomplishing what? See what I'm saying? I'm telling you, boy, thank the Lord that I got a lot of like excitement and the crazy emotions. I'm trying to slow down because I know a lot of y'all told me that, dude, you talk super fast. I would be doing really good in these debates like that because I'll be able to get it whatever I need to say out real fast, real quick, and all that. I'll still have a minute and a half left. And they're like, dang, dude said a lot in 30 seconds. And I'm not Black Ben Shapiro, but I don't mind being called that. So anyway, again, by saying things like, let's come together. I heard things like that in church. We all need to stand up, rise up. Let's do this. Rise up to what? And do what? What is it that we actually are going to be doing? What exactly is the task is going to be at hand? What exactly is that we're going to be going after? Because it really didn't make any sense to just say things like that. But here's another thing too. Let's see. Okay, I wrote it here. Trump seems to be interrupting quite often. I think that letting Joe Biden talk would possibly go against Joe Biden. But instead of Joe Biden being able to answer the questions, Trump kept interrupting. I think that there was no clear answers necessarily coming from Joe Biden on some of the stronger questions regarding law and order. That was another thing. When they got into the whole law and order thing, where Trump said, you can't say it, can you? You can't say it because you know that they're going to do anything. And shut up, man. I'm like, did he seriously? I mean, I'm just saying it's cool. It's cool. But for him to just be like, shut up, man, I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on here? You know, guys, this was this was fascinating to me. It was very fascinating. I don't know if they changed moderators or anything like that, each one, but I have to say, if they're going to keep this same guy as a moderator, this moderator himself needs to be groomed into how to really moderate, because I felt that he was allowing Donald Trump to interrupt. And even though, look, and what does that mean to Donald Trump? What does that mean to either one of them? Because at the point in time, though, they both were interrupting each other, though. But Donald Trump was interrupting way strongly more than what Joe Biden was. So, but what I'm getting at is this: with the moderator being there, you think that meant something to Donald Trump or Joe Biden? He said, you're going to get your 2 minutes. You're going to get your 2 minutes uninterrupted. I mean, I'm just telling you, I'd be like, dude, hey, Trump, stop. While Trump kept talking, I would have kept saying stop so you couldn't really hear what Trump was trying to say. And I know people would have been ticked off at me for doing that, but it's like, no, because we're trying to do it fair. I want him. He knows he has his 2 minutes, and I know it's like a lot he want to say in those 2 minutes. But once those 2 minutes are up, boom, you're done. Okay, move on. Stop. Even the same vice versa. Biden, stop. Hush. No, look, let him talk. No, I just felt that the moderator wasn't really strong in moderating that. You know what I mean? So that's my take on that. Let me see what else I wrote down here. One thing that I definitely noticed in here, and I'm like, no, that wasn't right. Not Donald Trump, but Donald Trump started talking about how the economy and, pretty much the things that was created, which I don't know if y'all know this, as being a youth advocate, mentor, youth minister, health coach, all these different things are the folks that I talk with and deal with on a daily basis. I can sit here and say, without a lie in the world, that the economy amongst Black people was the best it's been since I started working when I was 12 years old. It was. There is no denying that. Not only that, when you actually do what I do, you get these statistics from like various organizations. Like if you do things with an after school program or a work hardening program, different things like that, you get these statistics to show how the economy is and how people are doing in certain races, and Black people were doing really good. Now, Joe Biden said something. I'm like, no, man, no. He said that since Donald Trump has been president, he said that we have become poorer and weaker. And that really just had me like, man, no. Like, dude, that no, we were not. I'm sorry. America was not poor or weaker. And even in what we got going on right now, I think America is showing definitely that once we get tired of all the bull crap with the Antifa, the Black Lives Matter, whoever's a part of those groups that's doing all this looting and rioting, I think America is showing its face that we definitely are not weak. And poor, I'm like, absolutely not, because I'm sorry, the economy showed that the statistics showed that, and the statistics don't lie. All right, thanks for the super chat here. Super chat by Jotham says Trump was billed $750 but paid $5 million. He told the IRS to apply those millions to future tax bills. The New York Times admitted this in the very article that smeared him for paying $750. Thank you for telling me that. But of course, by you telling me that, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go and research that and look into it and get as much truth out of it as I can. And then I will come back and say, oh, guys, here's the real deal about the whole $750 in taxes. But see, the thing is, when Trump was asked that question, what you just told me, Jotham, I wish Trump would have said that. I know some of y'all said he did, but maybe at the same time, when Trump said that, Trump being a rich man probably knew the other rich people understood when he said, I paid millions, tens of millions. I paid millions. But it's like, to people like me, I'm like, okay, when you say you pay millions, what does it got to do with the 750? I don't know what that means. What does it have to do with the 750? Oh, so Jotham, if he would say what you said, if Trump would have said, Look, I was billed $750. I paid $5 million. The IRS knows to apply the millions to the future tax bills, and that's how it all happened. I'd be like, oh, I still don't get that, but thanks for actually explaining to me why you only had to pay $750, because you already did some prepaying millions of dollars. Okay, I still got to go look it up and see how you went through that loophole or whatever, but still, I would have got it. But he, it wasn't really, to me, it wasn't really a clear answer to that, so let's see, let's see. Oh, the other thing that I completely was like, no, Joe Biden was like, now because of how the climate is, we look. I mean, look at the Midwest. They're being tore up with tornadoes, and now because of climate change. No. One thing that I do love is nature, and one thing I do love watching is National Geographic Explorer on Netflix. I love watching Earth. I love watching all that stuff. I love weather. We actually had a tornado. Matter of fact, y'all, I'm going to have to show y'all this because a lot of y'all think like, dude, this is a little too much, Ty. You got a little too much stuff I told you. I got Modern Renaissance Man. I got that name from a therapist. The other name that I was going to roll with was Black Forrest Gump, because I can always tie things that went on with my life or things of how I became who I am. I can always tie a story to it. So one of the other therapists called me Black Forrest Gump. And the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because I didn't know who she was or what she represented at the time. I met and shook Hillary Clinton's hand and talked to her for maybe 15 seconds. We had a tornado that came to Decatur, Illinois, and tore up an area called Home Park. Me and some, I went to a school called Ben Franklin there, and this tornado came and tore up Home Park. And me and some friends was actually walking from Home Park to walk to my neighborhood area, and we were literally being like, we chased by the tornado. It felt like that because that's how big it was in the air. Look it up. You can look it up right now. Decatur, Illinois got hit with a tornado. Hillary Clinton came there to do a visit and walk through and all that. And I actually shook her hand and said, hello, Miss Clinton. My name is Ty, and I'm from Homework Hangout. And she was like, oh, Homework Hangout. Oh, I've been hearing a lot about you guys. I think you guys had Jesse Jackson come there. And I said, yes, ma'am. And that was it. I didn't know like who she was or what she represented at the time because I was just a young kid. I really didn't care. I was still like street thug, hood mentality and all that. And I was just kind of new to the Homework Hangout program. Yeah, look it up. I kid you not. Okay, so what I said all that for is that for Joe Biden to sit there and say that tornadoes and these hurricanes and stuff like that as a result of global warming, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not no expert or none of this stuff like that, but I can tell you this. Ever since I was a kid, I've watched this stuff. Hurricanes and everything's been happening for the longest of time. I just moved from Florida. We got ran away out of Florida. One of the worst hurricanes that ever hit the panhandle hit Florida. Directly in the area I lived in, Panama City, Mexico Beach, Panama City Beach, okay? We know that there's something called a hurricane season. Hurricanes or tropical storms come there it's the reason why we say that they're going to go from June to October or whatever. Like it's a reason why we say that because it's an expectancy that the hurricane is going to come. It is expected that when spring comes, it's an area from Texas to Oklahoma to Kansas to Illinois. They call that the tornado alley. It happens every single year like clockwork. Now, all of a sudden, because of Al Gore came up with this theory or whatever like that, you really believe that because of climate change, I'm just telling y'all, this is just my take on it. I'm not trying to make any of y'all feel stupid or dumb or anything like that. I'm not trying to make y'all feel like I'm being condescending or anything like that whatsoever. Now, all of a sudden, they're saying, well, they're more stronger and more frequently. Really? So they really are? Or is it that's because we have everything in our hands right now and we actually able to record them more? We have more and better and more proficient technology right now that you actually able to see, oh, a tornado went through here. Just like, for instance, I'll give you an example. We say they happen more frequently. Well, you know, when a hurricane hit us in Panama City, that hurricane spent off some tornadoes also in Panama City, but those tornadoes weren't reported because they weren't able to get recorded. Y'all see what I'm saying? So I think that for thousands of years, even though the earth has been here all this time, you learn through science, I was a science major, you learn through science that everything that's here has always been here. Nothing leaves the earth and nothing is coming in is going to actually make something completely new, if y'all follow me. So like volcanoes, earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, all those things have always been going on. They never not been going on. Now people try to say, well, they've increased in frequency. And so compared to what? Because if you actually look at this year, last year, just go a few years back and just see how many tornadoes were actually recorded. And if they were recorded, it probably was more than that. It just seemed like, to me, we have more technology. We got more people out there that are freelancers. We got more people out there that are storm chasers now who are actually able to catch tornadoes that the storm centers weren't able to catch or even knew that even happened. Just like I said in Panama City, the hurricane that hit us, it spent off like 5 different tornadoes that hit different regions in there, but it was not recorded. Nobody even knew it, except for the folks that actually said, dude, I was right there and seen the freaking funnel come through our neighborhood. Then I had one guy that I work with. He told me that he's seen the tornado go through the parking lot at Bay Medical Hospital. He's seen the tornado go through there. Matter of fact, he said his car got slammed to another car. And he actually watched it happen. So now, to me, I think that what people are not understanding, for instance, again, the reason why I'm going to do is because I'm tying this whole thing in to how a lot of people feel that there's a lot more racism right now or police brutality has increased right now. No, it's not. It has not increased. It's just that now we have more awareness to it because everybody has a camera in their hand. Almost everybody and their mama has a camera in their hand. The minute something go down, somebody can whip out their phone, turn it on, and record the police doing something. So I wouldn't necessarily say that the frequency of it has actually increased. It just seems like that because we have access to look it up and see it. We can see it, man. We in a world right now, we can see it within minutes. I can sit and record a police beating up a dude. I can put it up and upload it on this video. It'll be up and uploaded within 10 minutes. And y'all gonna actually see what the police officer did, whatever like that, before the news even get it. So to me, the frequency of all that doesn't mean anything, because one of my therapists, Gail Harris, she lived in Florida. I mean, she lived in Panama City for a super long time. And she told me, and this was before I was even born, I think she said like it was either the late 70s or the early 80s. She told me that at one time they had 11 hurricanes. So I'm just saying, since even when the years that I lived in Florida, we didn't have no dang on 11. And she said this was back in like either the late 70s or the early 80s. She told me that they had like 11 hurricanes. So, you know what I'm saying? One year we might have something that might increase. One year we might have something that decrease. You know what I'm getting at? So anyway, that's why I'm saying, like, my point is though, is that the fact that he said that the reason why we have so many tornadoes and all that go through the Midwest is because of climate change. No, it's not. It's because that happens every year around spring during the tornado season. It happens every year. Hurricanes, typhoons, whatever you want to call it, tropical storms, they all happen during hurricane season. Now, just because one year we might have a spike, there might be one more than the other, or even just like this year, we had two of them that was like almost like they were trailing each other. Oh, that how can you sit there and take that and say that's because of climate change? And to be quite honest with you, I feel that this is my personal opinion. If I was doing anything that big in office, whether I was anything in, I don't know, in politics like that whatsoever, even just being a humanist or activist or anything, if I was doing anything like that strongly, I would be like, we need to focus more on taking care of each other. Once we take care of each other, then we all can come together and try to take care of our earth. But again, that'll be hard to do, because to me, as far as the climate control and all that stuff goes, and emissions of gas, because the thing is, we learned, if you've been through school and you've been through science class and all that, you learn that a lot of the stuff that's going on right now, it always has been here, guys. The gas has always been here. Carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, all those the elements on the periodic table, they've always been here. When they get used up, the energy leaves and goes somewhere else. Just like within yourself, you have a certain amount of energy in your body. If you burn all that energy up, the energy leaves your body and goes somewhere else. Do y'all know that energy is not created, nor is it destroyed. It's always here. So to me, I feel that for all these thousands of years that the earth has been around, the earth takes care of itself. Now, I do know that we can actually cause a danger to the earth by forest fires. That right there, that's a different ball game. I understand. We cause fires, we killing habitats, we killing creatures. I get that. But things are what we call natural. Now you want to tell me that those are actually created. You telling me hurricanes are actually created now. And I know they made a movie Geostorm, but you telling me hurricanes are actually created right now, and tornadoes are created because of cows are farting too much and people are farting too much, and we driving our cars. And y'all see what I'm getting at? Because back in the day, during my grandma era, the cars and the emissions that they had on those were far worse than the cars that we have right now. Well, we got more factories and and nuclear plants. You really think that that's the earth been here all this time? The earth don't know how to take care of itself. There's volcanoes that's constantly active right now. They just in Hawaii, they're constantly active, constantly spewing out all kinds of different gases and different things out of them. And you know what I mean? So you saying that right there is going to call? I mean, that's just me. That's my opinion on it. I know that I can be wrong in this, but I'm just telling you that just for the time that I've been alive, I cannot tell you how I never not. Like, are we going to contribute earthquakes to climate control too? Well, see, what happens is that, by it being global warming, the shelves in the Arctics are melting, thereby creating it to be more water that actually flowed to California, and that water pressed up against San Andreas fault line a little too hard, which caused it to grind together to cause the earthquake. Okay, I'm like, Okay, Robert Atkinson, thank you for the super chat, sir. He said, have you investigated when it from landowners could vote to every person can vote? If you want a red pill, look into that. I think too many can vote. Sir, I don't really understand the question, but it sounds like you're talking about something as far as like how after the Jim Crow laws, like the only way you were able to vote is if you own land. That sounds like that's what you're kind of talking about back during that era. Have you investigated it from landowners could vote to every person can vote? If you want a red pill, look into that. I think many can vote. Yeah, I don't understand really what you're saying right there. I hope you. So anyway, with that being said, folks, I think that it was really, to me, I'm like up looking at this and listening to this and watching them kind of go back and forth. It was really interesting. That actually uh I think that actually kind of was interesting. But again, what the guy said, I'm really trying to tie into what you said. And again, I appreciate the super chat. Have you investigated went from landowners could vote? Actually, you know what? No, what I said, Jim Crow, I meant like after Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, that once that kind of went on before, I think that was, I'm sorry, before the Jim Crow laws, after, excuse me, after the Emancipation Proclamation, that people that once were slaves, the only black people that were able to vote were the ones that own land. I'm sorry, let me correct myself. That was not during the Jim Crow laws. That was pre-Jim Crow laws, is when black people that own land were the only ones able to vote. And that's why they was kind of moving to the civil rights and all that, to saying to have the right to vote. You shouldn't have to own land or anything like that to vote. So, but yeah, but I mean, so anyway, let's see. Hammerslag said the global climate change began it began the day the earth was formed. Exactly. It's just like some things that I believe in. You're going to be here. You're going to be here for the rest of your lives. And I guarantee you, just like the Bible says, there's nothing new under the sun. All these things that people feel like going on. I remember when Al Gore came out with this. If I recall, he had us scared that within like 5 to 10 years, he was saying how the global warming is going to cause all the glaciers and all this stuff to happen, and the sea level is going to rise so high, and that didn't happen. So I mean, and why all of a sudden did that come about anyway? Why, you know what I'm saying? All these new things. When were we ever worried about that? When was climate change ever a thing? It seemed like that was not a thing until Al Gore brought it about. Otherwise, that wasn't a thing. But to me, what I think it is that I know that there may not be a lot of believers in here, but I'm a minister, I'm an evangelist, and I get a lot of my wisdom and knowledge from God. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's totally up to you. That's completely fine. If you don't, great. If you do, great. But what I'm telling you is that I noticed that when Jesus came along, his concern was with people. His concern was with the affairs of individuals, with people. He wasn't concerned with, now, all that coal and stuff they're using to burn to make these swords is having the effect on the weather. In fact, at one time, Jesus controlled the weather. He made a storm stop. So anyway, what I'm saying that for is, as far as I go, that's the reason why I started my channel, because I have a great love for people. I have a great love for individuals. I want each individual to actually be able to be the best version of themselves that they can be. And if they don't know how to get there, I like to have things set up, and I like to talk to people in a way to where I can actually help them to be the best version of who they are. But at the same time, in doing so, I know that in order to get there, to get a person to be the best version of themselves, we have to get to the root cause of why they feel like they are not the best version of themselves. So even with this debate that we all seen tonight, neither one of those candidates have anything to do with the decisions that you make as an individual to better yourself. What people like to do is use the excuses of what may have been argued tonight as a reason why they not a better version of themselves. You follow me? So I mean, it was to me tonight. I would have loved to have been there. To me, I think people are gonna look at this right here. Let's see. I think people are gonna look at this right here, and I think they're gonna feel that is, to me. I guarantee you this. Look, I told y'all I felt that Donald Trump interrupted too much. Now, mark my words, because I've been learning how a lot of things get played off. Mark my words that something's going to come up Oh, he was just a bully. Look at him. He's just a bully. This is what Donald Trump means when he says he's dominating. Look how he did Joe Biden. Look how he had no look. Joe Biden, and it's true. Joe Biden, look how Joe Biden got a little choked up about it, talking about his son. And Trump just didn't give a care. Trump said, oh, Trump basically said, screw your son. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Hunter. I mean, what kind of president is this? Like Joe Biden said, look, Joe, they're going to show a clip of Joe Biden going, he don't care about the American people. Well, look, that has to be true because look what Donald Trump said about his son. He just totally over. I mean, but no. See what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I agree. Donald Trump was interrupting a lot, but that does not make him a bully. I've been with people and I talk with people that interrupt me all the time because I can understand because I was one that actually interrupt people a lot myself because I feel so urged to want to just get my point across. I got to get it out. I got to let them know. I got to get it out. I got to let them know. I got to know. It ain't that I'm trying to be right. I just got to, but then at the same time, but Trump is rude. He is. I'm just saying Trump was being very disruptive in this particular debate tonight, but that does not make him a bully. It don't make him this dictator or whatever like that. For the ones that actually known Trump since he was out, look, guys, I'm talking about I went back and watched. The only thing I didn't watch about Donald Trump really was too much into The Apprentice. But I did go back and watch all Trump interviews. I watched all his stuff on Netflix. I watched how he came up. I watched stuff about him and his dad bumping heads. I watched him doing all these interviews. I watched a lot of stuff on Donald Trump. And I can say, I don't know why folks acting surprised. I'm serious. I don't know. When y'all saying, look how he come off, he's rude. I'm like, if you go back and look at his old stuff, the dude always been like that. I mean, I'm just saying. And then with Joe Biden, a lot of this is what I'm saying, and I said this before too. You guys keep on saying Joe Biden had a bad, Joe Biden, he always had a bad stuttering thing. And I don't know, because I watched a lot of Joe Biden's old videos. I told you one person that I studied and actually feel like he's a mentor of me, and even though I don't even know him, definitely is Jordan JP and Thomas Sowell, Larry Elder. And what I did is I went back and binge watched a lot of Thomas Sowell stuff. And one thing that popped up is Thomas Sowell was before he was before them all. He was before like Congress, whoever they were, but Joe Biden was there. And Joe Biden was very articulate and very expressive and everything. There was no stuttering going on. So what I'm going to say and what I'm saying right now is that I know that the way things can be portrayed, it would make it seem like Donald Trump was just this dominant bully while Joe Biden was just this feeble person. I'm just trying to talk. And then Joe Biden kept on saying, how he won't, that's what he does. He doesn't let nobody talk. He keeps interrupting. That's what he does. That's what he does. So it's like everybody going to have their side they're going to be able to play something off of. But I know that no matter what, I'm pretty sure that before this debate, I'm just almost positive Donald Trump was just probably holding everything in that's been going on in the country and all that. And he just couldn't wait to try to get this stuff off the flame off, because as a moderator, I'm just being real. At the moderator, Donald Trump kept on going. The moderator was going like, no. He's like, no. Donald Trump's like, wait. He don't know. Wait. No. Be quiet. Don't tell me to wait. Be quiet. You know how this is going to go. Be quiet. Don't tell me to wait. You wait. Stop talking. 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 You going to stop talking? Joe Biden going to get 4 minutes now because you just used the extra 2 minutes, dude. Joe Biden. I mean, I'm just saying that Trump understands. So I would love to have been a moderator there, because when I want the truth, I want the unbiased, unfiltered, give it to me straight truth, period. And by doing so, I don't want to just hear you. I want to also hear him too. So let's see. Robert Atkinson, thank you again, sir, for another super chat, who says, originally only landowners can vote. Then it was amended that all men could vote state by state from 1792 to 1856 through the years. Oh, okay. Appreciate that, sir. Appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Another super chat, Susan Lingenfelter said, hi, Ty. It was not a great debate, but he had to dominate a little to get his point across. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying. I know, because I know that he, all the lies that's been told. And I think like even right now, by all of us watching this debate, if they you know what I'm saying, this debate was live. So it's not like they can sit there and take something that's not live and make it their own, which I'm pretty sure a lot of news segments might do that anyway. But I do feel, I'm just saying, I understand, even though I would have wished that Donald Trump would not have been so interrupting, I understand. And then at the same time, I understand why, it may seem like maybe I'm just saying Joe Biden may have very well had some good things or some good points that he would have said. But then I think that Joe Biden used that to his advantage. He used Donald Trump interrupting him so much to his advantage. Like, see, look at him. See, this is what he does. This is what he does. You can't say anything to this guy. See, he's a clown. He don't want me. But at the same time, I'm like, they're probably told Joe Biden that, like, look, if Donald Trump come in there, because he's gonna come out being like, boom, he's gonna come out throwing them. And what we want you to do, we want you to use that to your advantage. We want you to keep on saying, yeah, see, look how hard he keeps hitting me. See what I'm saying? He doesn't even give me the chance to see if I can hit him. He just keeps on. I mean, it just seemed like that. So there may be a thing where Joe Biden actually used that a little bit to his advantage to actually play off of that, to say, well, now Joe Biden doesn't have to rebuttal, because all he got to keep on doing is diverting the attention to Donald Trump, keep interrupting versus actually answering the questions that Donald Trump or the moderator was saying to him. So he probably played that pretty cleverly. Just saying. Okay. Southern Wanderer said moderators will change with each debate. Okay, that's cool. Okay. They need somebody in there hard, man. I mean, I will. If any of y'all know Donald Trump, can y'all share this video on y'all Facebook and y'all Instagram? Please share this video, because I don't know. You never know what can happen. Somebody can say, hey, it's this guy on here named Modern Renaissance Man who said he will be the ultimate debater. I mean, the ultimate moderator for these debates. I would love. I don't have to have no political experience. I don't have to be an ABC news anchor or MSNBC news anchor, or I don't have to be a Fox News anchor. I don't have to be a CNN anchor. I'm just Modern Renaissance Man on a YouTube channel who knows how to say, stop talking, shut up. I mean, I'm pretty sure that people don't, well, I don't like him. How dare this guy who calls himself Modern Renaissance Man, how dare he do that to the president? He wasn't listening. Hey, hush. Let Biden go. Let Biden go. That's what I'm just saying. And people probably be like, yes, thank you. Okay, Biden, answer the question. Look, man, see, he won't let me. No. We're not talking about what he won't let you do. Answer the question. See, this president, no. We're not talking about this president. Answer the question about such and such. See what I'm saying? I wouldn't let them get away from that. The guy would sit there and let them use a minute and a half of not answering the question. And then he would use about 15 seconds of the remaining time that Joe Biden may have had and say something like, well, that really wasn't the question that I was really getting at you. But moving on to the next question, it's like, no, you let him get off, dude. You let him get off. All right. We have another super chat in here from Satsunada. Says, next debate, put them in separate rooms with cameras. Turn off the camera when one is not on. Make it a real debate. And actually, what I was actually going to say to that, Satsunada, I actually wrote this down on my paper. I said, I wish that it was a way to where you couldn't hear no echo. If Donald Trump kept erupting, there should be a button I can push to mute him. Like, it'd be like, no, because what you don't understand, your son, that's what I'm saying. It just shut him off. Like, boom, mute him. Joe Biden, go. Your mic is live. It's hot. You know what I mean? So, but Satsunada, appreciate the super chat. All right. Donnie Couch says, in my opinion, Trump was trying to split Bernie supporters from Biden, and I think it worked. Yeah, that was kind of slick, wasn't it? Because if Biden jumped on, I think, you know what? I think Biden may have taken debate on that. When he said, oh, I beat Bernie Sanders by that, I was like, oh, well, now you got people that actually was first. Sanders like, okay, you know what? Never mind. So, but you might be right on that. I hear you on that. And also, I really, Donnie Couch, I really appreciate that super chat. I think that's the highest super chat I've ever gotten on this. Appreciate that. Anybody want to try to beat him? Do I got a $51? 52? I'm just joking, folks. I'm just joking. Now, this is going to open up the opportunity for you guys in here who are who want to get my attention. If you are trying to get my attention and you want to ask a question or throw your comment in there, put the @ sign, put in MODER. Once you put that in, the computer is going to automatically fill Modern Renaissance Man in for you. When it fills it in for you, hit enter, type out your message, hit enter again. Because what happens if you leave that comment like I just explained to you, it will be highlighted on my side for me to see it. If you are on a phone or a tablet, put the @ sign and put MRM in capital letters and then type out your message. All right. So let's see here. Southern Wanderer said, this debate was subdued compared to others, in my opinion. I would have to go and look at old debates and see. Okay. Split says, hello. Hello. Lickety split. Matt Beckham said Queen Dawn did one for $50, if I remember correctly, on my channel. Ooh, Queen Dawn, somebody got you beat. No, I don't know if she's even in here. Woo. Drop my cap. Let's see. Okay, Miss Little Pig says, due to the fact I'm Canadian, I'll just pray things work out for America. You and I likewise. Okay, Lickety Split says, you have to admit that Super Predator portion was like a knockout. Yeah, I know what you mean. Matt Farmer says, what are your personal hobbies outside of YouTube? Way to divert it, sir. You work for Biden? No, I'm just messing with you. I do speaking engagements. I preach at church. I do a lot of my hobbies. I definitely play my instruments. I play, you see my bass back here. I play the keyboard, drums, bass, organ, and piano. I work out. If that's not enough, sometimes depends on the area. I will go and speak at a AA meeting. Actually, it's part of my. This is part of my job, like working through different facilities, like nursing homes and different areas like that. There are people in there that are retired vets, so I actually counsel them through a lot of things that they're dealing with. PTSD is one of the main ones, big time with that. Youth advocate, mentor. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff going on. I'm one of those people where when I stop doing anything, if I'm not doing anything, that means I'm sleeping. So. Candace Noel, what are you drinking? I'm drinking some non-climate controlled H2O, hydrogen dioxide. Yeah, that's water. Woo wee. Holy smokes. Donnie Couch says, hey, thank you for that super chat. Oh my goodness, man. Thank you so much for that. Says Trump will not back down / stop interrupting. It's how he beat 17 Republicans and Hillary in 2016. I voted Obama twice, just FYI. Well, Couch, this is actually going to be my first time ever voting in my whole entire life. And you said that him interrupting is how he beat Hillary Clinton. I would have to go back and actually watch that debate about Hillary Clinton. But I think one of the things is too, is that, honestly, from people that I talk with, because look, guys, I do things off to the side. I don't like to call people out and do things out in the open and put them on the spot. I call people that I actually I'm cool with them. I can trust their judgment on things. I asked them about a lot of the debates and all that. And a lot of this, when Trump won, I was living in Florida. And what people in Florida were telling me, the people that I work with, they were saying things like when they went to the rallies and the conventions, and they would come back and tell me, different things like that. And they said one of the things that I think that America was tired of, they were tired of professional politicians, is what they kept saying. So even though, even I watched videos, tons of videos from the time. You guys sent me videos when Donald Trump announced he was going to run for presidency, and you seen all these news people, and you seen like the top. I've seen like videos of top like political scientists and top political predictors and all that. They were like, absolutely no way, a snowball's chance in hell is Donald Trump ever going to become remotely close to being president. He's not even going to make it through the primary, and then he did. So it's something I think that might be going on. if me, because I'm so people oriented and I'm so about righteousness and truth, I think that's one of the biggest reasons why people got tired of it. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know if you've seen the video I did the other day. And guys, by the way, I got invited to go back. I got invited to come. I'm going to be meeting with these head Republican people on Thursday. They want to sit down and have coffee and have a chat, is what they said. And we're going to talk. So they talking about we're going to talk about ins and outs, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what I'm getting at is this. I put it out there that I would actually, I'll go to I'll go, been invited to a Democratic one. I'll go there and have a conversation and talk with folks there. But my thing is, my number one goal in the heart of what I do is actually about individual people, helping individual people, not trying to play these games or anything like that and try to show that I'm some big, no. I really care about people. So the reason why I said all that is that people seem to have kind of, to me, in my opinion, when I vote for the first time this year, nobody can shift me in my thinking. Nobody can say, oh, this. What I look at, no matter what, when it all comes down to it, I go back and I look at what a person has done. I don't want to look at what a person said they are going to do or what they plan to do. Even like right now, if I become, they're like, if I become president, I'm going to da 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 da. I don't even care about that because I'm worried about the current state of the affairs that I'm in right now. And if the current state or the affair that I am in right now is absolutely terrible, I want to know why. And if the state that I'm in right now is terrible because of what somebody has done or not done, then I want to know why. So what I'm saying is this: to me, people that I talk to out there in the general public, I'm talking where I went to Florida, I had open conversations. You can call it debates if you want to. Like tonight, when Joe Biden sat there and said, and I'm just telling you, it's a complete lie. I'm saying right now, I'm not calling Joe Biden a liar. I'm saying the statement that Joe Biden made was a lie. When he said that whole thing about Donald Trump saying, when it comes to white supremacists, you said that there's good people on both sides. That right there was a lie. I don't care if you disagree with that or not. If you disagree with it, it's because you didn't actually go and watch that whole video. And then throughout the rest of the video, Donald Trump flat out denounced them and told them that they are wicked, evil people. I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what he said. But what they did to seem like they've tried to be enticing is they only showed that clip. He's like, look, there's good people on both sides. There's good people on both sides. And when you can't do nothing like that to a person like me, I know people have tried to use that trickery with me in religion. They'll try to throw out a scripture at me and say, this is what it means for your life. No, I need to know the context. I need to know what was said before, what was said after. And at the same time, from studying the Bible, I know there's something called audience relevance. Who is he talking to? Who was he talking to? What is he talking about? Why did he say it? What made him say it? And so I got to know all these things. So when I went back and watched that entire video, my 10-year-old nephew can sit there and say, no, that's not what he said. So that's what I'm saying. So right there, he snuck that in there right there because he knew. To me, I think that they know that by him doing that, that if a lot of people in this world right now are all going around saying that same exact thing, like for instance, when they showed that clip, you're going to have some people that are ignorant to watching the whole video that's going to go around not Joe Biden. They're going to go around. Donald Trump said that. Donald Trump said this. He called white supremacists. He said they're good people on both sides. Look at that. That's crazy. I can't believe, why would the president say something like that? These same people did not go back and watch the whole video. So when Joe Biden made that comment tonight, those same exact people are not going to do nothing but feel like they got more confirmation because now Joe Biden said it before the whole nation, when the whole nation is not going to check or like they want to do on these things like on what was it, Instagram or whatever like that, or Facebook, where they fact check you. It's funny that they say that when it's like that actually what he said tonight was not a fact. It wasn't. I mean, anybody disagree with that? You can disagree all you want to, but if you go back and watch the video in its entirety, there is no way you could come back out without the same conclusion that I did. And that's completely unbiased. Now, the people that when I told you guys when I went to that Republican rally, these are some people that are die hard to the T Donald Trump loving folks. And I actually talked to them when I was asking them questions. They love Donald Trump. And I said, well, what do y'all think about like who moved the president out the way? as far as his personality. Oh, I can't. His personality sucks in a lot of things. I mean, they just went in like the dude personality completely sucks and it stinks. I mean, his character, his behavior sometimes is just, I mean, he can be a little bit more da 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 da, but he just seems to be like this. I mean, but he's a New Yorker. I mean, he's a snob. I mean, he's a douchebag. I mean, they were all saying these things about him. But what got me is towards the end, when they were telling me all that, I was just like, okay, now as far as his personality goes, okay, I get that. And y'all say y'all don't like that. And I said, but me voting this year is not going to have nothing to do with me voting for a person's personality. I'm not voting between, like, for instance, if I said tonight, if I was voting on who had the best personality tonight, I would say the best person who showed the best personality was Joe Biden. Joe Biden seemed to be the more calmer, the more this, the more he seemed like I'm talking personality, folks. Personality. But my point is, I'm not naive to not look through all this. I'm not voting based on a person's personality. I will be voting based on what a person does or has done. And there is no denying. There is no denying. I'm a black man sitting here telling you, amongst other black people that I mentor and counsel, that what Donald Trump has did is something that I have not seen. Not Barack Obama did not do it. I'm sorry. Barack Obama did not do it. I didn't even vote for Barack Obama. I didn't vote at all. This is my first year voting. But my point in saying all that is that I know that during Barack Obama's run for the president, there was folks going around saying we should just vote for him because the man is just black. Let's just at least just get a black person in there. Can we at least just get a black person in there? Can we at least just get a black person in there? And I just thought to myself, like, that's the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. That's almost racist. Like, you voting for him because he's black? But my thing is that no matter what, Barack Obama came from a place. I grew, like I told y'all, I lived in Chicago for some time, and I don't know one thing he did for Chi-Town. And what they don't show y'all is Chi-Town was outraged, and they was calling him out. They were having little things, calling Barack Obama out about him not doing it for Chi-Town either. I'm just saying. So there is no denying that he gave all this money to historically black colleges, that he lowered the employment rate, that he actually allowed for more opportunities amongst blacks. There is no denying that. I work with these people on ground zero. And when I go and I find out, oh, hey, Ty, you know, with this center here that they got a $70,000 grant for that. I'm like, oh, wow. What do you mean? How a $70,000 grant? He was like, yeah, President Trump. Oh, wow. I'm just telling y'all. So anyway, let's see. I'm trying to look at some of you guys' things here again. Trish Gately, thank you for the super chat. Really, really appreciate that. Okay. And then the other thing is, I want to throw in there too. When they were mentioning something about, I think they was mentioning like white supremacy and all that stuff amongst Donald Trump. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Trump not like designate like KKK or white supremacy or any Antifa? Did he not designate them as a domestic terrorist group or something? See, some things just don't make sense. And I think what happens is that I wish, that's why I say if things were calm or whatever like that, I wish that he would have been able to fire those things off. Like when they say, Trump, did you say this? If Trump would have been like, look, I actually condemn them and actually have them down as a domestic terrorist group. Okay, Donnie Couch says, in my opinion, Trump was trying to. Oh, you already told me that. I'm sorry. I'm ready to super chat, but anyway, I appreciate it again. Okay, RS2 Lab says the climate is always changing. Check out World Cycles Institute, Dr. Wheeler's drought clock. Okay, right. And what I hate to do is that the climate. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you that the climate is always changed, but I think it's a natural thing. I don't think it's because of nothing that we are doing. Well, we didn't have all the factories and we didn't have all that. So it's causing, man, you can say what you want to. You're not going to stop no hurricane from coming and tearing stuff up. You're not going to stop a tornado from coming and tearing stuff up. You're not going to stop a volcano from steady making magma and spewing it out. You're not going to stop an earthquake from happening when it happened. You're not going to stop. Is it Old Faithful? The geyser, whatever in Yellowstone Park it does is it happens. It happens, man. We go through seasons. When have we never not had a winter? I remember one year that they told us that I remember that one year when the global warming and all that stuff was, they claimed that there was a lot of global warming going on. We had the worst snowstorm in Chicago we ever had, ever. I mean, you can, guys, if y'all don't believe me, look it up right now. I think it might have been what year when I moved to Florida. Look I think it was 2011 or 2012. Look up Chicago's worst snowstorm to hit there. There was lines and lines of cars for miles on the highway, not frozen, but they were snowed over. People were getting out the cars and trying to walk to the nearest gas station. But cars, tractors, semi trucks were all. So I mean, I don't know. I ain't about to get all into that again. MRM Simple. Look at Trudeau. Trudeau is beyond evil and was super likable. He is destroying Canada. Lisa said, "Where do you stand, man? Because I have witnessed politics longer than you have been alive." I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Are you asking me like who I'm voting for? Or then when you said because you witnessed politics longer than me and been alive, I don't know if that's supposed to give you like a one up on me or something like that. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. So Lisa Woodhouse, you have to kind of clarify what you are actually trying to say with that statement, because you may have also witnessed politics longer than I've been alive. I don't know what that's supposed to mean though. There's older people than me that's been older than me long enough than me, but that doesn't mean that they know more than I do. I'm just saying. I'm not calling you out on that like that. I just want to know what you mean by the statement though before I actually rebuttal. No. Steve, thanks for the super chat there. Really appreciate that. Charles Foster, I really appreciate the super chat. Says, first off, black, white, blue, green, or Trump orange. I believe we're all just Americans, but could you give your thoughts on what you believe the black community thinks about Democrat support of critical race theory, white privilege? They believe, and a lot of people in the black community, they will believe, go and preach and teach whatever who is feeding them tells them. I'm telling you, it's like clockwork. I've seen this stuff before. I told you this is gonna be my first year voting, but it's been people that when we were at like the after school program homework hangout, there would be people to come in and tell us, black people, your vote is important. Da 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 da. But at the same time, I noticed that it always came with some type of I don't want to say it's like an incentive or anything like that, but it came with something like that. By voting for them, they're going to give you more of this and give you more of that. Don't y'all want better? Don't you want better housing or more opportunities to, stay and get, don't you want that Section 8 to be carried out into better neighborhoods and, things like that. But I think the reason why so many black people are into Democrat, because I think that there is a level of nonverbal expectancy, you know what I mean? If that's even a word, expectation. There's an expectation of, it's not even a question. If your mom voted this, your mom probably talked about, oh yeah, and then you see them talking about these mother effers, this and that and that. Yeah, I'm voting for the Democrats. And then you don't even question. You just do it because your parents did it. And your parents did it because their parents did it the same exact way. And then they did it because they did it the same exact way. It's been going on for years. It's almost like a habitual thing. It's like it's instilled. And until somebody actually come along and actually say, hey, wait a minute, it's something behind all that. Like, are y'all starting to notice that these promises that's being made, ain't nothing happened? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm telling you from somebody that grew up with all this stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know they gave us an extra $200 in food stamps this coming year. I mean, people are like, woo, oh shoot, girl. They gave us an increase in food stamps. I'm getting an extra $200 in food stamps. And then all of a sudden, they gave me an extra $100 in cash assistance, or they increased my WIC, and now we get a free phone and all this. So man, boy, I'm loving me some Obama. I mean, I literally heard people saying all that. I didn't know what it meant at the time. I just thought like, oh wow, in my mind, if you don't question stuff, I'm just being real. A lot of people are ignorant. They just go, you know what? That's a good man. Look what Barack Obama doing. Barack Obama gave us extra food stamps. He gave us extra housing. He gave us a free cell phone. Gave us da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, but you are still in the same hood, in the same projects, same roaches, same mice, same type of hoodlums, same type of thugs, same type of environment, same type of atmosphere. But at least you got those extra food stamps and that extra cash assistance, and you got that extra, you got that new free cell phone. At least you got that. But nothing's changed about you having 3 or 4 kids by 3 or 4 baby daddies. Nothing changed about the fact that you not even, you don't even know what you want. You don't even know what type of life you want. You don't even know what your goals and dreams are and want to achieve them, because something is telling you your goals and dreams is to stay right here. And by staying right here, we're going to keep on giving you this to keep you there. We don't want you to get out of that, though. It's crazy. These people that come into the world that I came up in, we're not even told to dream. We're not told to go out there in the world and do things and make a change. We're not told anything like that. What we're told is, you poor people, look how they're doing y'all. Look how these white folks are doing y'all. And you know what? Because these white people are so terrible, we're the good white people. And what we're going to do is give you this, and we're going to give y'all that because we love you. Matter of fact, we care for y'all so much, we give you an extra $200 on your food stamps. We give you an extra this amount of money in cash assistance. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people out there that legit need the welfare system for help. There are people out there that they need it. I know of them that do. I live by them. But for the ones that are using this, and even the ones that I know some of y'all, you blatantly taking advantage of it. I don't think they care. As long as you stay your butt in that ghetto, in the hood, in the projects, in the trailer homes, I'm talking about white people too. As long as you stay your butt right there, cool. We're gonna keep on giving it to you. But so hopefully that answers your question a little bit, Charles. But I think that's what it is. A lot of people just do it off. I'm telling you, they do it because it's like clockwork. They do it because everybody else do it, and then they don't want the pressures if they do even think about voting for another. How you gonna vote for him and he a racist, bro? He hate us, man. He hate niggas like us, man. What you talking about, bro? So they get that type of pressure. You know what I mean? But somebody like me, I'm like, dude, just because you getting all like this, you doing all that to try to really drive your point home, it's not gonna change my thought. Do you even know what you're talking about? Yeah, man. This fool called all of us some. Like, I had one person told me that Donald Trump called all black people mom sons of bitches. That's what he said. He called all black people moms that. I'm like, well, show me the video of that. Donald Trump was talking about the NFL, and he pretty much called the NFL players who were kneeling down and wouldn't stand for the flag. He said, well, they should get rid of them, or he said something like they should fire the son of bees. He was not literally saying that the NFL players' moms were sons of bees. I mean, like, come on, man. But that's what you want to use to actually say that Donald Trump called all black men moms, the B word. I mean, come on, man. That's what I'm saying. But they're not taught that. And then once you get somebody that's so like this, and it makes the other person almost not saying that they feeling bullied, but they feel a little intimidated by it. Therefore, it's like, well, I don't even want to know. I ain't gonna even tell them that I was actually gonna vote for Trump. But somebody like me, that stuff does. I don't get intimidated. I just don't. I don't know. Absolutely not. Okay, let's see. And I know I talked a little bit and I might have missed some things in here. Let's see. Woo. Okay, scrolling. Okay, there go one. Russell Merchant said you should really look up some of the videos from Glenn Laurie. He is a powerful thinker on race and society. Okay, noted. Glenn Laurie. Noted. Okay, let's see. Toby the Shih Tzu says Biden was in office for 8 years, and what change happened? I think Donald Trump mentioned that too. It's like, what exactly would he do different? He's been in politics for 47 years, and Trump has been in for 4 years. I mean, that's what I'm saying. See, guys, something like that would already make me just like, dude, yeah, that is kind of true. Like 47 years. And I'm just telling y'all, I'm not trying to say this to use this against them, because I'm a person that I know everybody changed. And people were a certain way at a certain time because that was the norm. I've seen videos of Joe Biden dropping the N-bomb when talking. And Donald Trump got him when he said, you called them predators and da 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 da. And Joe Biden sat right there and was like, no, no. I'm like, see again. I'm like, yes, it's on video. I mean, it's, oh man, see. But anyway, yeah. He said it's like exactly what he would do different. He's been in politics for 47 years. Trump has done more for the country in 4 years. No, that I mean, and that's true, guys. That's I'm sorry. It's just true. People can disagree with again. You have to really dig deep down in yourself and ask yourself, if you do not like either one of these candidates, you have to ask yourself why. Now, do I dislike Donald Trump? No. Do I like Donald Trump? I don't know. I can't say I do or don't. Do I like Joe Biden? I don't know. I don't know them. And I'm like, y'all might think I'm crazy, but this is why it makes people really frustrated with a person like me. I don't know neither one of them to sit there and say that I like or don't like them. Now, I can sit there and say what I like that they do or that they don't do. But for them as a person, I can't say that. So even if some folks are saying something like, I don't like Donald Trump because of his personality, da, da, da. I don't really know Donald Trump. I know what I see on TV. I know I see what they show clips of. So I can't sit there and make a real, true heart judgment to say, I don't like Donald Trump. Because me and Donald Trump ain't never sat down and had a conversation. And no, I'm talking about multiple conversations where I know who Trump is as Trump the man versus Trump the businessman or the president or whatever like that. I don't know who Joe Biden is as Joe Biden the man. But I know who Joe Biden is as what he was during those 47 years. I've seen some of his stuff. I heard some of the things he said. I can say I don't like those things that he did, but to say I don't like him as a person, I'm not the one to do that, y'all. I'm not the one to do that. So if you were looking for me to actually sit there and say that about either one of these candidates, I'm not gonna do that with Mr. Pence. I'm not gonna do that with Kamala Harris. I don't personally know them to say that I like them or don't like them. Some of you guys in this chat right now, there's some here who I can say I like and don't like because over the 2 years that y'all been on this channel, some of y'all I'm like, but honestly though, there's nobody on this channel that I dislike for real. It isn't. There are some people in here that I don't care to tolerate, and that's why you get muted a lot or something like that. Or some of them that are no longer on this channel anymore, or some of them that are, been hidden from the channel because it ain't that I dislike them. I'm just like, okay, you done now, so. Okay. MRM, if you want to see a fantastic presidential debate, watch the Carter-Reagan debate from 1980. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what else we got here. I'm happy to see someone from Middle America with thought on this. Bonnie Zimmerman, appreciate that. Let's see. MRM, Ray Vision 3D says, MRM, too many people don't know who they are or what they are meant to be. Too many don't even know they can or should try to do more. Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying, because they get sold that right from the beginning. They get sold that right from the beginning, man. I'm telling you. They get, the minute you into public school or things like that, you are almost sold that same notion. I mean, we were in school. It's like no matter what, it's so messed up that a lot of things that a lot of black kids do, they get all this type of sympathy because the teacher's going to automatically assume that they come from a real bad neighborhood, they come from a bad area, and they just kind of let them slide with it instead of just saying, I don't care what's going on with you at home. You're not going to act like that here. So you can't do that. Calm down, honey. No, don't hit me. No. Well, he's just having a bad day because he has a tough life. I couldn't be no teacher. I could not be a teacher. Yes, I could. I started my own school called Modern Renaissance Elementary. And in this school, all the parents, you all gonna be signing a form that I'm gonna be whooping your kid's butt. And when I whoop your kid's butt, I'm going to have a camera there, and I'm going to have 2 witnesses there that's going to watch me whoop your kid's butt. So nobody can sit there and try to say that's abuse. I'm going to have a meter that every time a child gets a spanking, I'm going to put this little piece of tape with a wire on it that goes to the laptop. It's going to measure how hard I hit them. As long as I don't go over a certain amount of as long as I don't go over a certain amount of killer spanks, then I'm in the zone. long as I don't go over a certain amount of killer spanks on the scale, then I'm good. As long as I don't get up to like a 15 killer spank, then I'm good. If it goes past a 15 killer spank, then I can get like, I can get a fine, whatever. But get a straight spankometer, and it measures killer spanks, a killer pops. There we go, killer pops. You're gonna get a whop, a spank, a pop, and you're gonna get it. All of them have a certain type of severity. You don't want to make it up to the killer pop. You want to stay within the killer whop zone and the killer spank zone. But if you make it to the killer whip zone, oh, that's gonna be Scott McClellan said, "Haha, I'm gonna whoop your kids." But yeah, I know. I probably lost a lot of people on that. Look, my count just went down. They're like, oh, "Okay, we done. This dude crazy." No, but what I'm saying all that for is that, a lot of people allow a lot of kids that look just like me to come into school. When they act up, they actually cater to it instead of actually checking it at the door. And that's why you got a lot. And what we see going on in the world right now, and a lot of blacks is part of this thing and tearing stuff up. That right there is almost a direct result. They never got checked. They never got disciplined. They never had no authority actually keeping them in place. So therefore, they don't feel like there's going to be anything that's going to do. And then right now, look, it's already worse. When a single mom ain't really doing nothing because she can't control them, they feel free to do whatever. They go to school with a teacher, most likely it's going to be a female teacher that they feel like they can dominate too. They're going to feel like there's not going to be no control there. They can do what they want to do. They're not going to get in trouble. They go to high school, they do the same thing. And now what made it worse, there was a time where when they did something out there in the real world, they went to jail over it. But what's going on in our world right now, they can loot and steal and rob and murder and molest and rape. No consequences. Because there is a bill or there is a grant, so to speak, that's actually there that if you go to jail, you get the bail, they got money that's bailing them right back out. Diane Brewer Taylor says, it's been a while since I've been around. Glad to see you're still going strong. Absolutely. Appreciate that. Wisperian said, hey, my dad didn't let me get away with anything. It was worse if I made my mom mad. It made me a better person. Yeah, I feel your dad. I feel your dad because when my wife gets to that point, yeah, but it's like, yeah. Scott McClellan says, been saying it for years. The number one issue in child misbehavior is no consequences. Say what you will and then do it. Yep. They know it's not going to be no consequences. And this is making it worse now that they actually have a support group that's stroking them along to keep doing it. Hector Antonio says, do you think it was, I don't know what that is, a no that Trump talked about his son? No, I don't think so. I mean, that's a legit thing to bring up his son and how the stuff he did with the Ukraine and the money and all that and ties to it. I think they was trying to have it investigated with Joe Biden himself some time ago. So no, I don't think so. I mean, because if it was Joe Biden's son who was doing it, I'm pretty sure Joe Biden had no idea that his son was doing that. You know what I mean? So I think what it all comes into it has, even though it's Joe Biden's son, is going to have a lot to do with Joe Biden being tied in with it as well, with his son. Because Donald Trump said his son didn't even have a job or anything and didn't do anything until he became the president. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just saying that's what Trump said. And let's see. Kevin Wallace says, I'm 63 and spank my kids as soon as they learn to tough things. My 3 kids are now adults, never been in trouble, and still fear me more than the cops. I hear you, brother. I know it. My 2 sons are the same exact way right now. I've never gotten a call or anything about my sons being disrespectful to a teacher, being disorderly out and about with friends. If they was, I have not gotten no call on that whatsoever. Rita tried to say MRN, but she said MSN. Don't call me that. Don't compare me with them people. Don't compare me with them people, Rita McGuess. Rita McGuess says, I am 58 years old and I have not seen anyone keep the promises that they made while running when they get into office until President Trump. I hear you, sis. I love hearing from people like you. I love hearing from people that are older that can say what they're saying right now, because I know that you most likely are not lying about it. But I mean, I have not paid no attention to no presidents at all until this year. And I really wasn't even paying attention to Donald Trump until maybe about the ones that's been following my channel. No, I didn't pay attention to none of this stuff until like 6 months ago. And the only reason why I really started paying attention really mainly to it is because they started bringing that stuff to my front porch. What I'm talking about is they started coming after the church. Then it's like, okay, I was leaving y'all world alone, but now y'all want to come and step over here and start messing with the church. And I am church. Now I'm going to fire back, because I don't know what people think, but as a Christian man, as an evangelist, I don't know why people think Christians are cowards. Now, there are some ministers right now that are cowering right now who aren't speaking out against this evil. Yeah, I'm calling them, they cowards. They are flat out cowards. They are cowards. They are not real men of God, because if you look through the Bible throughout history, God's people fought. Go back from the beginning of time. God's people fought. Moses them fought. David fought. These people fought, man. And I don't know. I'm talking about in a now. That was at a physical time. And the times that we in right now, it's all here. It's all intellect. It's all mental. You know what I'm saying? It's all the spirit mind. That's what it all is right now. And if they want to come after that, then guess what? The Bible says, resist the devil and he shall flee. And I'm going to resist. I'm not going to sit there and just, oh, well, they should be able to come into our church and disrupt and start yelling Black Lives Matter. They should be able to come to our church and say, you shouldn't be praising this false Jesus. And okay. Roll my sleeves and we about to rumble. Now I'm going to tell you about the person that you are being led by and who you are obeying. And guess what? That person does not have, not even God does not have no opposite. So the person that you are actually taking your orders from has already been defeated. You do know that, right? So right now you might as well give it up, because when it comes to the church, you are fighting a lost cause. It's a done deal. It's a wrap. You might as well hang it up. It's not going to be no different than you sitting there yapping your mouth like Chaz did until Donald Trump sent in the National Guard and it was over with. And just like that, you want to come see, the thing is, they're coming into certain churches. They're not coming into the real churches, because the church that I go to, you ain't going to come in there and do that. We got real men and real folks in our church, and you're going to get your butt thrown out. You're going to get thrown out. We are not scared of that at all whatsoever. And it ain't going to happen there, though. Even though I know I got a mixed church, but still, it's not going to happen there. Okay, let's see what else she said here. I'm sorry if I missed some of you folks. Let's see. What is the difference between evangelist and just a plain Christian? It's Diane. Actually, the difference, when you say a difference, the difference is that it depends on the role that you take of. If you look at the word evangelist, if you look it up, evangelist is the one who brings like good news or a good report. And so it's not that somebody, you know what I mean? And what I'm getting at is this: it's not that somebody sat there and said, or me one day just said, you know what, I want to be an evangelist. That didn't happen that way. It happens by, as me being a Christian, and then my type of work that I carry out. It came natural. It seems that every time I'm talking with somebody or interacting with people, they always seem to leave feeling uplifted or encouraged in some type of way. So that's what an evangelist does. Now, it's not that I'm like, I studied to be, no, I know. It's just what I became. So like in the Bible, it talks about how you have pastors, you know, you have evangelists, you have prophets, you have all these different people. So it's not like a thing where you say, I'm desiring to become a prophet, so I'm about to pray and become one. No, you're either going to be gifted with it or you're not. So what I'm saying that for is this: by following after God, you fall under that, period. So yeah, I'm a Christian, but as a Christian, the type of ministry that I carry out is that of evangelism. If you get my drift. It's just like how you have people that are doctors, but as a doctor, you got a doctor that is a sports medicine doctor. One is a phlebotomist, you know, one is a general surgeon, one is a brain surgeon, one is a neurologist. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. So Christian is what every minister is, period. But their specialty of what they do goes out in those different categories. Let's see. Let me see what else you guys said. Lethal said, I went to listen to ABL for your call in and couldn't find which one I wanted to see if I knew who called us bullies. Lethal, let me see something real quick. On ABL's, oh man, because he's done a few. Let me go look on ABL. He's live right now, too. Let me look on his videos. It was on. Okay. Lethal, go look on his one that's called Breonna Taylor case. It's called Breonna Taylor case, hypocrite Elisa Manella or something like that. Look on that one. It's on that one. Teresa Hodgood said, well said. Appreciate this. Don't know what I said, but thank you. Let's see. Matthew Carlin says, spanking, AMD, discipline are just a few that this generation is lacking, and parents are so afraid to do so because of CPS going to jail. Kids now act as if they're in control. But you know what? Really, Matthew, if you would have done, if people would do that from a very young age, your child wouldn't even have that in their mind to even do that. Like that stuff was so-called say when my children were born, I still whooped their butt. You know what I'm saying? I think people wait too long. The minute my kids were able to start to be rebellious, like I don't care if it was 2 years old, I was already popping their little hand. They'll look at me. No, not. So people think it's harsh. It's terrible that they even think that because your child is learning discipline at a young age. They know if I try to do what I want to do and I get that facial expression and a different change in tone, I don't want to do that because it seems like whenever I do that, it has pain. Now, children don't understand that they're doing it the wrong. So when you first start to spank and discipline them, the only thing that they can understand is that stimulus of some sort of pain. And I don't mean like guys, people gonna take this wrong way. I'm talking about like even if it don't even have to hurt them, it can just be something that you do to just make them cry. It hurt their feelings. But at the same time, the child learns that, oh, my parent don't like when I do that behavior, so I'm not going to repeat that. That's why every time my sons, as they were growing and developing, whenever they would get in trouble, it would always be for something that they did that was new. So if I said, when y'all go outside and play, I don't want to catch y'all throwing no rocks. Next thing I know, all of a sudden, down there by the basement, the window got broke. My son threw a rock. I whooped his butt. I warned him already not to do it. He went out there and went against my word and did it anyway. He got his butt whooped. Did he throw any rocks since that day? If he did, I didn't know it. I wasn't around. He wasn't at my house. He was somewhere at a park or something, but no, absolutely not. He never got in trouble again for doing that. So they learn these things as they grow. But people always looking, you shouldn't strike a child. Okay. You just everything that, and no matter what, though, when it all comes down to it, a lot of things that's going on in the world right now is they do it to go against Christ anyway, because the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child. And it actually says, a father that discipline not his son, loveth not his son. Well, you tell him if I don't spank my son, I don't love him. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. The Bible said, he who chastens not his son doesn't love him. That's Bible. I love my son, and no. You thinking about a different kind of love. You thinking about that feeling of love. I'm talking about the action of love. Love loves you so much that love will hurt you to keep you on straight street. Love loves you so much, it will tell you the truth despite of how it is going to affect you. Love loves you so much that it will not let you do anything unruly, misbehaving, crazy characteristics, run you over. Love loves you so much that when you try to buck up against real love, the love says, you got to get out of my house. I know you, my son. You got to get out. That's what love will do. I'm not talking about this agape feeling you have for your son or your daughter. I'm talking about the action of love. I love you so much. I love you so much that you're going to learn that you're going to respect me in my house and your mom. And for that, get out. I'm telling you, I'll let one of y'all think I'm joking, even though my son's not going to do that. But I'm telling you, it's been already written. Let either one of my sons ever come and try to challenge me in my house and think they're going to be running anything. I don't care. If I told my sons can live with me until they get married. When they get ready to get married and move out, cool. But if my sons ever try to buck up against me and think they running anything in my house, get out. Love you so much. Get out. When you get out and get your own place and all that, 2-3 months go by, when your temper and all that stuff is cooled down, we'll be back talking again. But you must be out your mind. Yeah, I've been in my sons' lives. My sons them have not even been away from me. Like not even my sons have not been away from me longer than 3 days since I've been in their lives. Not. I've been through all this stuff with my sons, raising them, teaching them, changing pampers, keeping them when they get sick or something, whenever they got like a cold or something like that. I'm sitting there blowing in their mouth, making the snot fly out their face, the snot getting on me. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm changing their diapers. I'm playing with them. I'm doing all. You think I'm gonna go through all that to do them things the right way for them to get older and want to disrespect me in my house? I doubt it. There will be peace in my house, and I'm gonna be the peacemaker. If you don't want to abide in this house where there is peace, then I'm gonna say to you, peace. I'm telling y'all. Oh, you wouldn't do that thing. I bet you know what? I know I won't do it because it's not gonna ever come to that. My sons know it. They hear me talk about this out loud. I talk about this in front of people. They got so used to it, it doesn't embarrass them or anything like that. But they're like, no, my dad will. I will physically throw them out if they don't try to leave. I'm like, hey, police, 911, yep. Can you send the officer over here right now? What's your emergency? The emergency is not necessarily going to be for me. It's going to be for my son because I'm telling him to get out of my house and he's not getting out and I'm getting ready to throw him out. So you might want to call and you guys might want to get somebody over here. I'm just telling you. I'll give you all about let's say 10 minutes tops because that's going to allow him to get some of his things, whatever like that. But 10 minutes tops, I expect y'all to be here. If not, y'all probably going to get a 911 call from the neighbor trying to say, I don't know what happened, but this kid went flying out the door. It would have to be something really bad though for my sons to do something like that though. But I'm just telling y'all, the type of person that I am, I set those boundaries, I set those rules, I back it up with straight authority. So I understand. I understand. And I'm one of those people, folks. I said one time and it's over. You're not gonna do this. Then I'm gonna get you. I get you. No, don't ask me again. If they ask me again, I'm getting you. That's the type of dad that I was. I just know. I mean. Diane said, "Are your kids old enough to be you? Are your kids old enough to be you telling them to get out of your house?" Yes, I have a son that's 18 years old who's already out of high school, and I got another son that's 16. So yeah, sure can. If not, I will spank his butt to the point to where I will call the police and say, "Hey, I just spanked my kid. Don't you think y'all need to call DCFS to come and get him? The children, families, or whatever. Don't you think y'all need to call the children, families, sir? I just spanked my son. I'm not supposed to do that. Yeah, send me to jail. I'm going to bond out, but y'all might want to take him away from me because, bad daddy. That's going to be a one way I can get him out of my house then." Let's see. I think you might have to evict him if he is 18. Oh, no, I'm not. Ain't no eviction going on. It's throwing. It ain't going to be evict. It's going to be e-kick. I'm kicking him out. If Donald Trump were any other ethnicity, do you think he would be less attacked by the left? In times like right now, yeah, because black people are immune to anything right now. We can do whatever we want to right now and won't get in trouble for it. But y'all get in trouble. Any white person, y'all gonna get in trouble. And don't you dare tell me anything. I mean, it's ridiculous right now. Black people have like the most, you talking about equality. Black people are above equality right now. Black people are way above what people, if you believe it, black people are way above white privilege right now. Black people can do whatever they want to and ain't gonna have no black people can be criminals and get shot by the wrong color, and we're gonna be heroes. Ha, what you think about that? Black people can sit there and go steal. What I mean by that, the black, ridiculous, ignorant black woman who sat there and drunk out of that man's or that woman's glass, that was disgusting. She just grabbed a glass, drink out. That woman could have had like a mouth disease. She could have had COVID herself, but the black girl just gonna go up there and drink out of her. You know what I mean? Black folks just get away with everything right now. So right now, if Donald Trump was black, this wouldn't even be an issue right now. What narrative would they have? What narrative would they have? And Quentin Callahan, I thank you for that super chat there. MRM, I'm sorry. That was a twice accidental insult. My fingers don't always do what my brain tells it to do. The arthritis in my hand doesn't help either. That's fine. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's fine. As a white person, I'm going to tell you something because I'm a rebel. Firefly is a great show. You should watch it. I don't know what that is, but okay, experience. Let's see. Twinkly 1974 says Biden called Trump white savior. Did you see that? No, I didn't see that. During the debate? I didn't catch that. If it was during the debate. I'm not saying it was, but I didn't catch that. Those who spare the rod of discipline hate their children. Those who love their children care enough to discipline them. Proverbs 13:24. There it is. Kim Maggie, hey, says not overseas. We are all shaking our heads at all sides. I think I teased you earlier, didn't I, Kim? I think that was you I was teasing earlier about the hair tug and all that. MRM, that is how things are in Minnesota. No one says boo about it. I hear you. Non-lethal said, did you see the name Bridget had for your new channel? What was it? Have I seen the Wayne Dupree show? I have no idea what that is. Says Pony Boy. All right, let's see. That is a good show. Okay, so since the left supports identity and black, if I identify myself as gay black female, even though I am a straight white male, I can get away with murder. Yeah, Scott McClellan, you should. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. If a white person says anything, they get called a racist. Yeah, James Cox, unfortunately. Unfortunately. So anyway, folks, there was a super chat there. I already said that, I already answered that. And with that being said, folks, I got to get ready to, first of all, it's way past my time to eat. I eat once a day, but I'm getting ready to eat me something. And I appreciate every last one of you guys being in this chat, sticking it out for almost 2 hours with me. Oh my gosh. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up because it allows the video to get circulated. Please, by all means, if possible, if you share this video, that will be awesome. Okay. And make sure that once this video is over with, if you leave a comment in the comment section, remember I asked a question earlier about taxes, whatever, like that. You might have to go back and watch it. I would really, really appreciate that. And again, thank you for you guys' comments in here. Thank you for the agreements, the disagreements. Thank you for giving me some pointers. Thank you for telling me some stuff that, as far as giving me dates and all that when it came to certain things. I am getting ready to get out of here. I really enjoyed this. I can't wait to talk to you guys again after the next debate that's going to come up. I really look forward to it. And I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. And who knows where it's going to lead. But it's glad that y'all are actually watching this as it unfolds. All right. Catch y'all at the next one, whatever it is that I do. Catch you at the next debate and talk with you guys afterwards. And we're going to go from there. And just like I end it all the time, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.